And welcome back to the Mustang recap. Today we're starting with Valorant right away. Valorant Brown played MTSU White last week, and on the first game, Ascent, they won 13-8.
And on the second game, we won Haven and we won 13-5.
Yeah, both phenomenal performances from SMSU. On the Ascent match, we had Omen, Jet, Sky, Sova, Cypher. And on the other side, we had Jet, Sova, Breach, Omen, Killjoy. SMSU found a lot of success. Alex on the Jet there, 24 kills. Found a lot of kills, a lot of success on that duelist. On the other side, Killjoy found 24 kills as well. So kind of equalizing that kill disparity. But SMSU, everyone on the team was able to stay involved. 18 kills, 14 kills, 19 kills. And then 9 kills. So a lot of people fragging on that SMSU Valorant roster. But on Haven, we had even more success.
Yeah, we had Alex on that Jet again, but, you know, Maddie Chatty, I think her name's Lillian,
Yep.
popping off on Cypher, 24 kills.
Only 6 deaths.
Only 6 deaths and 1 assist. On the other side of things, they had Omen with 14 kills. 15 deaths.
Yeah.
So
everybody was dying on the MTSU White team on Haven. They just weren't able to really get anything started. SMSU really found a shutout when it came to the Haven map. So they're probably feeling really good about that. And the Valorant Gold team did not have a game that got rescheduled to this Thursday. So tune in on Thursday to watch that game. And we are going to jump right into some Valorant Brown highlights.
Omen's already leaning towards A because of it. And Jet is probably going to have first contact of the round here. Starts to hear him. Gets 1, gets 2, gets 3. Ooh! They do find a kill there, and Wingman, little bro, is going to go ahead and get a plant.
Yeah, little man. We love little men.
Ooh! Ooh!
Come on, come on. Got it.
Oh, Krillin gets a double up!
You want more? Here's more.
That was big. He had the perfect lineup right there.
Ooh, I think weak side gives it away a little early. But Krillin gets a third. 4 versus 5. SMSU is down 1. Now down 2. Krillin has to fall off to Wine here. Machete cannot get out. Has to fight. Finds 2. Very nice. I don't know. He should have.
Maybe he's losing it a little bit. Just trying to. He's fragging out, but he's gone.
Remaining.
Oh, Machete is challenged. Wins that one. See if Machete can double up here.
What's one shot? No. Just bounce back at him. He gets taken.
One
Now a
enemy
2 versus
remaining.
2, a 2 versus 1. SMSU just have Machete left. They're off. Bomb plant.
One enemy remaining.
Gets that one. Good stuff.
There
There comes a Cypher ult trying to reveal the locations. SMSU, they find one. Krillin being challenged in the back sight. Is going to have to peek into it, but he gets picked off here. Now a 4 versus 3. SMSU down 1, but they find the kill on Machete there. Finds 2.
No Machete.
Finds 3. Long execute coming out here. Zenar could go huge if he jumps out this window, but he's going to play it safe. He's got a clear garage. As SMSU go huge on site. Wow, an 8!
There we go. Now he's got the Vandal out this time. Just a bolt, though.
Now he needs a smoke. He's going to die here. Does get spammed through, and Acrylic dies as well.
Trying to come over to save his life.
3. Oh! Killjoy. Okay. Now he's gonna fire down the lane.
Spike
There we
down
go.
A. One enemy remaining.
SMSU was positioned perfectly to just continue that pressure after that attacker killjoy went out.
Over here towards B. SMSU don't know they're there. They throw the smoke. But Omen gets smoked off, so they probably know something's up. He's going to go ahead and TP onto site. Going to counter blind here. And he blinds a lot, but he's not able to find the spray down. Weak side finds 2. And then he finds 1. Top plat's going to start going down, but SMSU, they're not really protecting it. They do get the plant down. One's on bomb already. Does SMSU know this smoke's still here? This might just get defused. Oh, Grillick finds him. Oh, Grillick goes massive, weak side.
And what great highlights from SMSU Brown. Now let's move on to League of Legends when they lose game 1s and 2.
Yeah, pretty difficult matchup for them. Game 1, you know, the Nasus not able to keep up with that split push. MSU putting a lot of pressure on the bot lane of SMSU. Game kind of snowballs out of control a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, I think the Zillion became a huge pick in that game 1 because SMSU were really playing a pick comp.
Yep.
The Zillion ult comes down, all of a sudden they're not able to secure that kill, not able to really get things going in that game 1.
Mm-hmm.
And they tried to address that in draft.
In game 2, yeah.
They banned out that jungler quite a bit in game 2. They banned the Zillion. They tried to play around it. The Vigar comes out. The Aphelios comes out, which you don't see very often. The Vi, you don't see Vi as that common of a jungler nowadays.
No, nowadays, no.
Used to be a lot more popular. And Ivern coming out from SMSU's jungler just to kind of got the champ pool limited in the draft phase. A lot of bans going into that jungle ban list.
And the story for game 2 was really Malphite stopping top. And
yeah, Malphite being able to survive versus the Camille top is a huge deal. Ivern really struggled against the invades coming out from Vi. A lot of bot lane pressure again. In both games we saw bot lane pressure come out. And SMSU just didn't properly respond to it.
Yep.
The Vi being able to dive onto the Caitlyn, so the Caitlyn's not really a hyper carry anymore. Really struggled to find success there. And we're going to jump into some highlights from that League of Legends series.
To me, does it make sense? That's Mordekaiser does have ult, so he could ult the Nasus. Oh, gets his flash, doesn't work, and you blow me picture.
And SMSU, they lose Caitlyn early. Minoka
Wait,
gonna
Minoka
TP
coming
in.
in back. Misses
Trying to
the
find this
look
team
all.
fight.
Here comes Ivern. Gets the root off. I don't think he has Daisy right now. Here comes another TP.
Now SMSU
Line going straight for Krillic. Now Kaiser, she ulted in, gets the Kaiser. Devoted, trying to make something work. Gets the stun on Jin Zhao. Gets Jin Zhao. Whoa, gets the charm off. It's going to pick up the Thresh, right? All right, now we go Drag.
And welcome back from those League of Legends highlights. Great plays coming out, but unable to get it over the line. As we move on to Counter-Strike here, where SMSU had kind of another struggle here.
Yes.
They lost 5-13 in the first map. Yang, top of the scoreboard, 13 kills. Not really able to get things going. You know, Babster with 11.
Yep. Opposite side, we see they had 26 kills and only 11 for the top frag, and it looks like they lost 9-3 in the first half, so that's struggling to come back already down. And
yeah, and I think
tough.
pistol round went over to their opponents right away, and it can. Counter-Strike is a game where pistol round is very important because it sets the tone for the economy for the half, especially if you lose that SMG round into your rifles. You just feel like you're always under economy pressure. On the other hand, SMSU on the second half, you know, there is only 4 rounds left for the opponents to need, and they were able to get 2 out of 6, so a better second half. Still struggling, but a better second half coming out from SMSU. And then we moved on to Ancient for game 2, where kind of the woes continue a little bit here.
Beps did step up a little bit, 16 and 15, going positive, and SMSU still struggled in that first half.
Yeah, I think this is one of those really tough games. They knew it going into the schedule. If you just look at the rankings and things, Champion is much higher ranked on average in the Face-It Elo. So SMSU knew it was going to be a tough game going in. And I think their attitudes were pretty high after. Just understanding that this is going to be a tough game. They're able to keep their composure, able to shrug it off a little bit, which is a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And that is it for our Counter-Strike recap. We're going to go into highlights here, and then we will be back after the highlights with a interview with Jaden.
Bomb is down. And a flank from Lil Sneebo. Really hope I'm saying his name right. TF2 heard something from the flank. And a molly kill. And he picks it up. Agree. Seen as there's just a halt. SMSU starting to slowly shift their positions towards this A site. However, Fresh able to get information that it's not there, and he lives. Oh, and TF2 picking up, and just being put down right away there. Converts a 2-man advantage to an even setting. Trade coming out on this A site. It's a fast hit. Armored Harp making this a Krish making it even. Yang putting down another 3v2. Chaplin doing a pretty good job of not over pushing and just reacting to what SMSU is doing. Lester killed but traded, and Yang with a second on the round. Flawless shots here. Yang working through this back line. Picks up one. 1v1. And Trash is down too. So little health, and so is Yang. Yang with the clutch on that round. All SMSU players kind of opting for these close ranges. Yang falling. Krish. Tagging up. One player to 11 HP. Krish finally figuring out there were people there all along. Oh my! Oh. Okay, Krish falling on the round. What seemed like the perfect thing ends up being negative. Webster with 2 though. Turning back a little bit. Trash picking up Krish through a smoke. SMSU stacked towards this B site, but it doesn't matter. TF2 taken out. Webster. 1, 2, 3. Falls. Armored Harp. Little Sneebo with 2, but does get picked up by Krish. And working on that. Oh, Krish with the nasty shot onto Ashton. A 2v2.
And here we are in an interview with Jaden Pomalis. Jaden, how are you doing?
Doing good. A little hot.
All right. Yeah, it is a little warm in here. Just tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Jaden. I go to SMSU. It's my second year. I'm a sophomore. And yeah, I play on the Valorant and League teams. I haven't really played a game for the season for League yet. But I play a lot for Valorant. I go by 0, so.
Yeah, joined the roster a little late on the League of Legends team, so SMSU still working on trying to get him in the mix there a little bit. When did you start playing video games competitively? Did you grow up playing a lot of video games, or is this something you kind of picked up in like high school and college?
So my earliest memory of playing a video game was, I think I was 7 or 8, and my dad was getting frustrated because he was playing Gears of War 2.
Great game.
And he was like, I can't beat this guy. Here you go, Jaden. I'm 7 or 8, and he just gives me the controller for Gears of War.
Maybe ill-advised. Gears of War is a very bloody game, if I remember right.
Yes. And I kind of just like fell in love with video games since then.
For sure.
I started for playing video games competitively. I played a lot of ranked games in high school. But in high school, I played Smash Brothers.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I first got my look at a competitive scene. We had a tournament in my school, and I ended up like in the finals and
sweet,
getting like destroyed by, like the guy running the thing.
Sure.
So and then I kind of continued on with the Smash because I was really good at it. And then I came to SMSU. And we had an esports, so I had no plans of joining the esports team. I came in, and I was planning on actually joining the history club because I'm a huge history geek. And I came over here, checked it out. I loved the people. I loved the coach and the environment that we have here, and so I decided to continue on with competitive play.
Yeah, for sure. That coach is just great.
Yeah.
What are you majoring here at SMSU? Well, like, what do you see yourself doing after graduation?
So as before, I'm a huge history geek, so I major in history with a social studies teaching licensure.
Okay.
So after graduation, I hope I can get into a high school to like teach, maybe not even like teaching off the bat, maybe trying to TA somewhere, get internships. And then potentially going for my master's so I can become a professor at a college.
For sure. So maybe the older high school grades, not necessarily
I don't like
younger
kids.
ones. Yeah.
So
You don't like young kids.
Yeah.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, as League of Legends lost last week at 2-0. I believe you were casting with me.
Yep.
And being able to play if the team needed you. What did you feel like the issue the team was running into was? The team seemed to be in high spirits despite the loss at the end.
You know, I like it when we lose. And you're going to be like, no, Jaden, I hate it when we lose. I like it when we lose because we learn off it. You know, we always learn off it. And in that game, too, I think I said on stream, I don't like the Ivern pick because now we're going to let the team invade us. And we can't really do a whole lot to stop it. Game one, I feel like game one was going pretty well for a little bit. It kind of just snowballed out of control once I think Zillion got a pick mid, and then Zillion kind of started rolling us and became a huge problem. Jin Zhao popping off the first game too didn't really help. So it's something we did look at, I'm sure, and we're going to continue to look at and hopefully improve upon it.
Yeah, for sure. No, I kind of agree with you. You know, as a coach, you always want to win, right? But it is better to be improving.
Yep.
So, you know, when you lose those type of games, especially if you can look and find something good to take out of it, then it's not a big deal that you lost. So on the other hand, though, Valorant had another 2-0 victory last week, winning on Ascent 13-9, winning on Haven 13-5. You played Haven in that dominant win. Was the team happy with how they performed during the games? Were you happy with your performance on Gecko?
So I think we were happy on Ascent when we went 13-9. I wasn't happy. I was like, what are we doing? Because we were, I think going into half, we were up like 9-3 or something. And I'm trying to tell, I was kind of calling the timeouts and everything. And I'm telling like, hey guys, this is what they're doing. And I don't know what's happening for that map. There was a lot of miscommunication. You know, Hudson had Omen ult. He's trying to say, hey, let's spit push something, and I can Omen ult somewhere. And that just wasn't happening. So I wish we could look back on that and be like, why were we doing this and that? For Haven, though, I really loved our Haven. We do have a lot of executes on Haven, so we know a lot about what we're doing on Haven. For Gecko, it's kind of a newish character for me. I play Cypher a lot, and I only play Gecko on this map. I forget why, but I just do. And I love everyone else playing around the Gecko util and the Silver util. And so I really did like our win there. I think the matches that we lost, so it's something to look at.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. It was a pretty dominant win on Haven. I was very happy watching the Haven play.
Yep.
And Haven's like a map that we've spent a lot of time working on the executes. So they have a strong attack half. Do you think that's like a big reason why you won 13-5? Or do you feel like the team was just really feeling really good and hitting their shots, a little bit of combination?
You know, coming off winning game one, you're always gonna feel good. Everyone's like, we can do this because we just beat these guys, and now we're gonna win game 2. So our morale was really high going into it, and we have practiced a lot of attacking. I feel like our defense is really good for any map that we play. I feel like we're really good on defense, and then once it gets to attacking, we crumble.
Sure.
And so it's something to work on for that aspect. But yeah, Haven felt really good. We all were hitting our shots. Lillian, a new person on the team, top fragged that game, and I'm sure she was feeling herself. And we were happy to see her playing well.
No, especially having a new person come in, top fragging in one of those games can feel really electric and get the team rallied behind that for sure. And unlike most of our maps in our current map pool, you're our Sentinel player. You mentioned earlier playing a lot of Cypher in those maps. Cypher generally ends up being one of the players responsible for like clutching around when things go a little bit awry. Do you feel like you're well suited to that role? Do you feel a little uncomfortable and you're still working on it?
I'm like the second best clutch player on the team. You know,
Sure.
you know, it goes Hudson, me, Alex. You know,
Sure.
in my opinion, no shade to Alex or anyone else, but I love being in those situations. I really don't like being in 1v4s. I mean, that's a whole different
That
thing.
happens every now and then.
Yeah, but if I'm doing like a 1v2 and they're hitting the site I'm on, it's you know, bet on me every time.
For sure. And yeah, I mean, I think different players are suited to different situations, and it's not a shade to throw at somebody to say, hey, I do a little bit better in the clutching, but maybe that person's better at finding the entry kills and that type of thing. Yeah, Valorant Brown, they're in a position to go to playoffs this semester. How excited is the team to be approaching the end of the season in that sort of state? Are you nervous to be playing St. Vincent team? They're currently 5-0.
You know, we're happy. You know, last year Valorant Brown did not make playoffs, and we got to see our gold brethrens make playoffs and cheer them on. But this year, it's the opposite. We're going to playoffs, and gold's hopes have diminished, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't think they can make playoffs anymore.
So we're super hyped that we're playing better than the better team than us, and I'm sure our morale is very high with that. You know, I didn't know St. Vincent was 5-0, but they're about to be 5-1 when we're done.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, no, and I agree. They're a strong team, but I think the team's been playing really well together. I'm really happy to see. I'm excited to see what happens in that matchup for sure. In the games, I've noticed you tend to be like the secondary shot caller of the team. Do you feel comfortable in that role, or are you feeling comfortable making the decisions for the team that can have big impact on the rounds?
I feel like I'm kind of like the primary shot caller.
Okay.
Because I'm guessing you mean Alex is first.
Generally, I would say he.
So I feel like Alex shot calling is run at the site. If Cypher's there, rotate. That's just shot calling, and that doesn't help us a whole lot, I feel like. So at first I was like, I don't want to be in this position, because I feel that Hudson is the best on the team, and he's played the longest out of all of us, so he should be speaking up. But he's a kind of a quiet guy, which is fine. So I've been trying my best to, hey, if this is happening here, let's hit a rotate or something. Now, as of now, I'm a little more comfortable in it, and continuing to improve upon it every day.
For sure. Are you excited about any of the changes that have been happening around League or Valorant? Interested in any of the map pool or rune changes that have been coming out?
Oh, man. Everyone hates this, but Pearl is back in rotation, and Pearl is the best map in the game. And Brandon's shaking his head. It's the best map in the game. I love Pearl. When I first started playing Valorant a long time ago, Pearl was like one of the first maps I got good on, and so I love Pearl. Split is really good. We had Split last year, and I feel like we did really good on Split. I believe the two maps that are leaving are
Icebox and Lotus.
So we don't really care about the Icebox because that was not our map. Lotus, though, we had literally just made a whole execute for Lotus, and we had planned everything for Lotus, and then they took it out. So kind of sad to see that one go.
Yeah, we spent an entire practice practicing this execute.
Yeah.
And it all went away immediately.
So I mean, hey, they're there for the future.
Yep.
And then we can build upon it. For League, League is one of those games that every day, okay, not maybe every day, maybe every week, there's a new like buff or debuff for a champion.
Yep.
And we just had to adapt to it. One of the things I didn't realize they had nerfed Gwen recently, so in one practice I was playing Gwen and not having fun, and then I looked and she got nerfed. So it's changing every week, and we just gotta keep up with it, keep spirits high, and pop off,
Yeah, for sure. If you could make a single video game into a competitive game with a large competitive scene, making it into an esport, what game would that be?
Now you probably expected me to say like R6.
No, because R6 is already an esport.
So I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan.
Yep.
And one of the games that we have, other than Sparking Zero that just came out, is Dragon Ball Fighters.
Okay.
And I had a conversation with you before, and you made fun of me.
Sounds about right.
That I would love to have a Dragon Ball Fighters esports. I know there is one, but it's not big.
It just doesn't have the following.
It's very tiny. Because I'm like really good at that game,
Sure.
And I know one of the things that a lot of esports students, they want a fighting game because they're really good at the fighting game of Street Fighter, Tekken, but it's just not a huge like community behind it. So I would really love to see, for me specifically, Dragon Ball Fighters Z.
Oh, that's cool. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to as we wrap this interview up? Anything you want to mention for the esports fans at home?
Man, shout out to my best friend, Michael Parks. Shout out to that guy. He told me to come to the school and then abandoned me here. and now I'm just here and I'm having a great time. Shout out to him. And then my mom, she watches the stream sometimes and cheers me on in the chat. And then shout out to my friends who watch the streams too. One of them got banned. Shout out to you, man. So, yeah, hopefully we can see you. Our game did get canceled today, unfortunately, but next Monday for Brown, Valerie Brown, come watch us pop off, man.
Yeah, for sure. And thank you for doing this interview. It was nice talking to you, and we will catch you guys on the next Mustang recap next Monday. Thanks.
Peace out.